They have a lot of apprehension dealing with the government, and that comes from a lot of times where they've come from, where they've been oppressed by the government. Here, we've got to let them understand that we are not like other municipalities. We're here to help. No matter what their status is, documented, undocumented, it doesn't matter. We're here to help. We're here to help in their time of need. And that's why it's so important that this message, the leaders of immigrant communities, go back to their neighborhoods and get this message out. And again, as I said earlier, we'll go out to the communities. We'll go out and do this in small groups to get them to feel more comfortable. It's very, very important for us to get that message out. It's one of the main things we want to do here in emergency management. Get the message out that we're here to help, period. The mayor of this city has been the biggest advocate for immigrants, documented and undocumented. We are not turning over any information that we gather. That ID program that we have, the ID card program, we're not turning over that information to anybody that requests it. When you come in for service, we give you the service, no matter what your status is, and we're not going to let ICE come in and take advantage of someone's misfortune during an incident to achieve what they think their task is. We're not going to let that happen. As I said earlier, we will put people in that doorway and prevent ICE from coming in and interacting with our folks. But we don't expect them to come. That's not what they do. They don't come to an area during an emergency and ask for documentation and do interviews with people. That's not going to happen. That happens in a different area when they're out there working. It's not going to happen during an emergency. We've handed out a lot of paperwork here, a lot of brochures. We want people to have a plan with their family, with their loved ones, to what to do or to be prepared for an event. For instance, have enough food in the house so that you can self-sustain yourself for a couple of days in your house. If there were a blackout or a transit breakdown or a storm where you couldn't go out of your house, it would be much better to have food and supplies, medicine in your house so that you can stay in your house for a couple of days and not have to worry about it. So have a plan. Have a plan to where to meet your relatives, your friends, emergency numbers, emergency medication. So be prepared. Then talk to us. We have pamphlets where you can be ready before the emergency, during, and then the recovery. General information, they can go to 311. They can sign up for Notify NYC. Everyone in this city should sign up for Notify NYC. You can get that on your home phone, any device that you have. You can even do it on Twitter, and you'll get the latest information for your neighborhood. Notify NYC. You get that by calling 311 and signing up, or go to Notify NYC on your website. But you can visit us on our website, look at us on Twitter. But again, Notify NYC is probably the best way to be informed on what's going on in your neighborhood. If it's an emergency, always call 911. If it's something about, let's say, not an immediate emergency, well, you call 311 and they can help you the best to get services. We're a city of immigrants. The only people that are not immigrants in the city are Native Americans. Everybody else has come to this city from someplace else. This is a very important issue because we want everyone in the city to be prepared before an emergency, during, and after an emergency. And our message has got to get out to the people that usually need us the most, which is the newest of the immigrants that come to this city. They're unsure of what to expect a lot of times. They've come from countries that maybe they were taken advantage of to a large degree, and we've got to get past that. Everyone who comes here has some kind of issue, usually with where they came from, whether it's police, fire, the government in general, but they have issues. We got to get them comfortable in coming to the city and taking advantage of what the city offers to them in times of need.